Sirius XM presents Nipsey Hussle, Neighborhood Nip, Nipsey the Great, and all that, man.
All that. I got many handles.
Absolutely. He wears many hats. He gets a lot of paper. I go by the name of Torae, Hip Hop Nation's own.
And I go by Gray Rizzy, Shade 45. The hype is real, man.
We got a room full of people. Make some noise one time, y'all.
Yeah. I think it's my favorite song, and I obviously people can't see me for right now. They will in a few, but for the people who are here in the audience, the most important part to that song to me is like, you have to make it the first, but best believe I'm gonna make it home.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have to be able to get up and say, yo, I'm gonna do what I need to do, but I'm gonna go ahead and hit that goal. I'm gonna get to wherever I gotta get.
100%.
How many people? You just said somebody you let a couple people listen to the album, and some people was like,
out.
yo, this is
out now.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm talking
Couple
about
million people.
Couple million.
listen to the album.
Before it came out, you let some notable people listen to the record, and they was like, you know what?
Yeah.
A lot of people feel this
The story
way.
I told you offline was about, or off air, was about today. And
that was today.
Yeah,
okay.
that happened today. When we was just talking about, I just came from TRL. Me and Luda was doing TRL together, Ludacris. And he was just telling me
swag.
Yeah, like, he like, I fuck with the album Hustle. I'm gonna tell you which my favorite one is after we get off the set. So, we finished filming and all that. He like, I think Loaded Bass is my favorite, bro. He like, I like a lot of them, but I think that's the strongest one. So I was just telling them, like, it's a lot of people leaning toward that one,
Mm-hmm. It's a super dope record, man. Shout out to CeeLo Green and all that.
Yeah, definitely shout out to CeeLo, man. He killed it.
For sure. You've been getting so much acclaim, recognition from people outside of just your fans, you know what I'm saying? But like people that I'm sure you admire and look up to. What was one of those moments where somebody reached out and was like, yo, I fuck with you, or you know what I'm saying? Like what was one of those milestone moments, if not with this album, just in your career?
I was at the 444 tour in LA. You know what I mean? And Jay was on stage doing his set. And then, my homies was the band, 1500. They did the whole tour with him. And so, I just walked up to the front row and I had my girl and my homies with me. And, Jay seen me like, salute. And then when the music stopped, he like, I want y'all to, shout out Nipsey Hussle in the building. He up next, you know what I mean? So that was dope. He ain't really say too many people's name that night. He was just doing his set. And, that was a dope shout out, you know what I mean? Scarface hit me when the album dropped and he was just like brilliant. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a compliment.
Don't gotta say much.
Scarface.
Right there,
you know
right there.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? Styles P gave me a hell of a compliment, you know what I'm saying, about the album. Mm-hmm. He like, it sound like verbal soul food. I don't mean to be sharing personal,
right.
You know what I mean?
But I think the people should understand that part.
Yeah. So, I've been getting great feedback from people who actually, and I value everybody's opinion. I ain't gonna say whose opinion I actually value, but who are echelon writers and music makers, you know what I'm saying?
Those three you just named the three of the greatest writers, in this genre of music, man. I know we got some more audience questions as well,
Timmy.
right?
Let's talk to Timmy. Where's Timmy at?
Timmy.
Hey, Timmy.
You never heard that before, right?
What's up, Timmy?
Timmy.
Yeah, I heard it a million times. Good, Nip.
What up, bro?
My question, you kind of touched on it a couple times, but how much of an impact you think your team had on your success, and even further, you think like without the efforts of like one or two people, would you be where you are right now?
Yeah, my team had all the impact. I can't even front. I tell people all the time, I get a lot of my team credit. They put me in the front and they let me be the one that take all the credit, but it's not always me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother, Black Sam, he's a monster. I don't know nobody like him. You know what I mean? He's a cold grinder. You know what I'm saying? So to have him on the team, that's like a cheat code. He work 7 days a week. He the one run the shop. He the one do all the payroll for all the employees, do all the keep the inventory stocked, as well as wrote video treatments and be on set. Editing videos. He wear 15 hats. He do everything that need to be done. Put money in when it's time to pay people, and he wear all hats. You know what I mean? And he ain't never been a yes man. Me and him, we almost fight every time I make an album. In real life, we almost go to blows. We might wrestle and choke each other because we want to hear that shit, but it's always honest. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy Fats, rest in peace. That's been one of the people that day one supporters when we was in the mud riding bikes around the hood. He was, I staple posters up with you, Hustle. You know, I go to the Venice Beach and pass your mixtape out, you know, and he ain't no humble individual. He ain't like a throwaway type of person that, not to say that job is for a throwaway person. That's not what I'm implying. What I'm saying is that, you know, he's a nigga that got pride and get his own money, but he believes so much that he like, I'm with you and I'm a push. You know what I'm saying? He got murdered 3 months before the album came out. He a owner in the label, you know what I'm saying? He's a owner in the clothing line. And everything, he won forth to everything we did. So definitely Fats, you know what I mean? Stephen Donaldson. My other brother, Adam, my god brother. You know, that's the All Money In team. And then, you know, Steve-O. Steve-O, man.
Steve-O. He running around here somewhere.
Yeah, he in the building. I remember me and Steve-O rode from Manhattan to Washington Heights to get some weed. Probably like 8 years ago. 10 probably. Maybe 11. And we just talked about, you know, like, would I go back into a major situation? If I did, how would I want to do it? You know what I mean? He like, I believe I know what this is. And you know what I mean? So to get the album out this Friday, Steve-O been down since then. You know what I mean? And he took, he the one really set the situation up for me to go back into a major situation and created a convo with Atlantic. I was kind of off even taking meetings out for a while. He like, nah, you need to take the Atlantic meeting, bro. You know what I'm saying? This one, you need to just sit at the table and see what it is. It's different. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then just playing every role, bearing with me. I was on some real artist shit with this album. You know what I mean? I was taking forever, changing my mind about songs, leaking songs. I was supposed to be on the album, putting mixtapes out in between recording the album because I really wanted to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? So to be patient and bear with me through the whole shit and keep faith in the album, and then it to come out and be received how it's being received. Steve-O, Karen Civil, you know, Craig, you know, Kaiser, Julie, and just the whole team, Brittany, Brianna, everybody. It's a team effort.
Yo, man, this might have been the most lit Black History Month in LA.
This must have been the most lit, whatever this.
No, this is definitely lit. This is definitely lit right here.
This is absolutely
the most lit right here. But I was saying, like, for February in LA, for Black History Month, like, last week it must have been one of the most lit weekends in the town, man, especially with the All-Star Game, you dropping your album, all this stuff. Black Panther was out. Did you get the chance to see Black Panther?
Black Panther on the 16th. My album came out.
So you did take some time.
I went to the movies.
What'd you think?
There you go.
I thought it was, man, I told Michael B. Jordan, I'm like, you know.
That was another stunt.
That was a stunt.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's definitely a stunt.
I wasn't trying to flex. You know what I'm saying? By the way, I was a fan of Fruitville Station.
Yeah.
There you go.
I seen that blind. I didn't know what it was about. I just went to a premiere, and I'm going to be honest with you, I almost shed a tear. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But I almost did, because I'm like, damn, this is a emotional story. And he killed the role. So I've been a fan of his work since that. And I didn't know that the same director that did Fruitville did Creed and also did Black Panther. But then what I was saying was that the last line when they was, I don't know, everybody seen it? Yeah. All right, I ain't gonna spoil it. I ain't gonna spoil it.
Yo, it's their fault.
Hey, man.
They see it.
Matter of fact, y'all was supposed to support.
Yeah, you supposed to support it. In fact, you gotta get out.
It's their fault.
You gotta go.
Whoever's a spoiler for, it's your fault.
Look, everybody on the outside like, what the hell, man?
He said some real shit. He was like, they like, hey man, you know, we could rehabilitate you and bring you back. And he was like, you know, so what, y'all could lock me up? He like, just bury me in the ocean.
Yeah.
Because with my ancestors that knew that it was better to die than to be in bondage.
Right.
That's powerful.
So real, B.
That's powerful,
so
homie.
real.
Especially coming from the era of mass incarceration. I dealt with that thought. When I was on my bullshit, knee deep in banging, I used to tell my homies, don't get in the car with me, bro, because I'm going to hold court. If we on some bullshit, I'm not going to jail for no shit that whole life. You crazy. I'm going to hold court right here. And I wasn't trying to stunt. I wasn't trying to sound tough. I'd rather die than go do 150 years. That's a slow death.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I salute all of the you know, the soldiers behind the bars that keep their positivity while they walking that time off and while they dealing with that. But I'm just like, you know, that ain't life. That's a slow death. That's like suffocation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's painful. You rather just put one in my head.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
take me right out.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
I'm glad you're holding court this way.
Yeah, man.
100%.
You got a lot more to give to the people, a
Yeah.
lot more music, a lot more messages
Yeah.
to put out there, man. Let's clap it up one more time for Neighborhood Nip.
Thank y'all.
So glad we got a chance to
Yes.
do this. Victory Lap is out there right now. Download it, stream it, and definitely continue to listen to Hip Hop Nation because you know we rocking that last time that I checked.
Yeah, and definitely listen to Shade 45 because you know the hype is real, and I am on there. So
That part,
and
that
we playing
part,
all
that
that.
part,
Last
that
time
part.
that I checked, and rap.
Rap niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. There we go.
Hey, no, but I'm gonna ask you something. That was part of your discipline to just not use that word
For Lent.
for Lent. How long does that go on?
What is it? 30 days, 45 days, something like that.
How you don't know how long you can't say
Look,
it?
I'm trying to get in.
So you in Lent right now?
Yeah.
I stopped
Okay.
using that word in my music in 2016.
Right.
So in my conversation, still slips out. But
Right.
as far as what I put out to the people, like
Yeah.
my business card, because
Yeah.
that's your worldwide business card.
100%.
I don't use it in my music anymore, only
Right.
because of my experiences when I travel and being abroad. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I get it.
What's your take on the word? I know they tell us to rap, but this is a deep one.
I'm soaking in y'all point of view. Honestly, you know, obviously we know that's a lingo that we grew up
Right.
using. It wasn't no bad intention behind it. It was really like, this my nigga, this my homeboy.
Right, absolutely.
You know, this somebody I got love for. But I think you could always be more conscious of the word. You know, they say the word is so powerful. You know what I mean? And you could impact your experience by changing the words you say. First the thoughts, and then second the word.
Words.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I believe you could always level up. You know, the way you articulate. You know, that's why I was interested to know. You know,
No doubt.
what that was about.
No
Yeah.
doubt. For sure. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Clap it up
We
one more time.
appreciate you, man.
For Nipsey Hussle. If you don't
Thank
have the
y'all.
album,
Love,
make sure
love.
you get out there and support it. Nip, anytime you in town, anytime you not in town, whatever you need, SiriusXM got you. We
Respect.
appreciate you, man. You're
Respect.
an icon. And it take a minute to call it a classic, but you got a bad motherfucker on your hands
Take your
right
time.
now.
Take your
Yeah,
time.
take your
Yeah,
time.
in stores, man. Grab that.
Hey,
Yeah.
this Hip Hop Nation, you tour guy. We out.
Thank you.